Hello, everyone. This is my podcast, and I'm just gonna like talk about some of the things that I like and don't like, and if I have people who want, they can throw in some topics in the comments down below if they want. If you want to hear me talk about something, you can. If not, it's fine. Um, so a little bit about myself. My name is Paul Michael Powers, and damn, this is fucking weird. I've never had to introduce myself or, you know, talk on camera. But I am actually I I have many personalities, I should point out. Um okay. So I'm just going to start off with where I was born and everything like that. So I was born in North Carolina, and I lived there for about 6 months, and then my father and my mother moved me back down to not back down, moved us down to Florida. We lived in Clearwater for a few years, and then it was me and my older brother David. Uh, we grew up together, and we kind of shifted around a little bit. To be honest with you, we shifted around a lot actually, and not because like we couldn't afford places. You know, my dad always had a good job. My mother was always a hard worker as well. We just like I guess sometimes the environment. You know, like we actually lived in. Let me take this off. We actually lived in a few uh sketchy places. Like I remember this one place. It was called the street name was called Hollyhock, and just a lot of weird places um around there. You know, drug addicts and things like that. Our cat got ran over by her neighbor, and my mother got so mad about it. I remember it was great, but so we shifted around a lot, and I ended up going to middle school for the priority of it in this small town about an hour north of Tampa. It's called Spring Hill, and I went to middle school and elementary school there. So essentially, Spring Hill is where I'm from, but right now I live in Port Richey, Florida. It's just 25 minutes south of Spring Hill. So, um, not only do I live here, but I also attend high school here as well. Uh, I'm a senior in high school. I actually failed 6th grade because I don't use my brain 95% of the time. And uh, I actually am grateful that I failed 6th grade because the people that I know in my 2021 class, I'm very familiar with all of them, and all of them are great. So I'm thankful that that happened. But so that's about me. Really, that's just a short gist. Now, my family, my father, I'll start with him because he's the man. Um, I love my dad very much. Uh, he is essentially everything you would want in the American man. You know what I mean? Like hard worker, uh, does what he has to do to provide for his family. He will go down as one of the most influential people in my life. Excuse me, I'm filming something here. What's up, buddy? So yeah, he's everything you would want in a American man. He is the American dream. He's not the American dream, you know, that's fucking him over there. But yo, I'm trying to film something here. Can you shut up, please? I mean, by the way, this is my dog Keanu. I guess he hears me talking now and thinks it's a little weird. But I love my dog. Anywho, let's try and ignore him for a little bit. Uh, hey, wait, hold on, give me 1 second. I got a fucking bastard. Hold on. I guess I'll throw him out then. Give me a second. Okay, I'm back. So anyway, like I was saying, my father is just it's better in life to be a hard worker than it is a good person. And I'm not saying he's not a good person, because he is a good person. He's just his hard work trumps over everything in his life. He's just always been able to bring in money, right? And so that brings me to my mother. She's my mother. It's a crazy story because my mother actually had a rough childhood, and I'm astonished that how strong she's come out of it, because it actually is super insane some of the things that she's been through when she was a kid. Uh, so she one of the things that I recognize about my mother is uh she she doesn't know when to quit. Like she's always working. She always has her mind set on something. So like she's been driving semi trucks for the past 10 years, ever since her and my dad divorced, and she's just been killing it ever since. She's been able to make it on her own just fine. And I think that that's one of the most attractive things about my mom, is she's always been able to overcome 98% of the obstacles in her life. She's just a killer at what she does, and she there's a difference between uh motivation and like determination. Like motivation is like being inspired by somebody. You know what I mean? Like my mother doesn't need to be inspired by anybody. She knows what she has to do in life, and she conquers it. Uh, she's just an amazing woman. And yes, I fucking stutter. So if you guys have a problem with that, then I don't know what to tell you. But yeah, my mother, she actually lives alone. She doesn't live alone. My younger brother, Duffy, we'll get to him later. They live together, and she's been killing it for the past 10 years, and I'm super proud of her. And if she's watching this, Mom, I love you. And then that brings me to my brother David, and this fucking kid. He's he's he not only he's like the smaller version of my dad. You know what I mean? Like he's 20 years old. First of all, my dad's 44. My mother's 41. I think. I don't fucking know. I'm sorry, Mom. And my brother Junior is 20. And my brother Junior, he was essentially my best friend growing up. You know what I mean? Like we played a lot of Lego games together, and we played like Nerf guns and shit. We went outside and we played Manhunt, and then we'd drink water from the hose, things like that. Somewhere around like 7th or 8th grade, that just kind of stopped because not me and my dad, my mom and my dad got divorced, so there just wasn't that, there wasn't that click no more, and that's fine. That's how life goes. But my brother is a construction worker, just like my dad, and my brother has his CDL at 20 years old, which is fucking insane. I don't know anybody who has their CDL at 20. You know, uh, he's just a hard worker in general. There's nothing better in life than having a man who works hard. And I know whatever woman he finds in the future, we'll definitely see that in him. That he's hungry. He's hungry for success, just like how my mother and my father is. And then that brings me to my younger brother, Duffy. Now, here's the thing with Duffy, and I know that most of you guys who watch me or who will watch me don't know me. That's fine. But he Duffy is Duffy was brought up differently than me and my brother David, uh, like when I would get in trouble, my dad used to fucking spank the fuck out of me. Like Odin type smacks, right? Just straight hammers. Um, and my mother too. Just a solid upbringing. You know what I mean? If you do something bad, you get spanked for it. That's kind of how we were raised. And not only the fact that we were brought up that way, uh, it's in us. So like me and my brother know the difference between good and wrong, hard working versus not being a good worker. Things like that. Getting the shit kicked, getting the shit kicked out of us when we were kids was worth it. Now, here's the thing with Duffy. He doesn't exactly get punished like me and my brother did. You know what I mean? And a part of me is slightly jealous of that. But he gets away with most things he does. Not because my parents forgot how to punish. They're just tired of life, you know what I mean? They're tired of they're tired of you know, punishing kids, I got the best from my dad. I'm sorry, Dad. In case you're watching, I know I annoyed you pretty good when I was younger. I used to steal candy from my dad's car when I was in like 5th or 6th grade. I was fat too, boy. I was huge. And yeah, I and then I remember this one time my dad came home and I had taken money from him, and the money that I had taken from him, I went to go buy zebra cakes. You know those things? He found out about that, and he got so angry with me. My dad was a fucking god when he was like 37, 38, 36, 5, 35. Now he's like, you know, he still has that Odin inside of him, but he doesn't. I see a glimpse of it every now and then, but that's not, like I got the prime Odin of him. I was fucking I got the shit kicked. I got the shit kicked out of me when I was a kid because I was stupid. You know what I mean? I used to draw on the floor and shit like that. Anyway, we're getting all off topic. So my brother, all he does is he plays Fortnite, and he's 12, 11, 12, I don't know. He's a young kid, and all he does is play Fortnite. That's all he does. He doesn't go outside. This guy has no tan. And now when I was 12, I was still playing video games, but I was going outside in the pool and stuff, riding my bike, you know what I mean? This kid has a bike. I don't know why he doesn't go ride it or doesn't go make friends, And the people who say, "Oh, I don't know how to make friends," that's ridiculous. Go find kids kids always want to play, man. That's what they want to do. When I was 12, I was still playing with action figures and shit. I would much rather play with an action figure of Batman when I was 12 instead of playing video games when I was 12, 11. Now, mind you, I was playing video games of Batman when I was 12, but I also had toys and shit. And I would rather give my kids toys than video games. I know I'm stuttering a lot. I just spilt my water because I'm a slob. But so that's kind of how he is, and that's fine. We all were raised differently, and that's okay. But I'm happy to say, for the most part, we've all turned out okay. You know what I mean? I work at a bowling alley right now. Like I said, my brother is in construction, and my father and my mother are doing their own thing. My mother drives a bus right now. She does public transportation, and my father's a supervisor on a concrete company. So what they do, and I'll explain this for you. What they do on the concrete company is they go on like golf courses and stuff like that, and his men lay out the concrete, fresh concrete, so it's like smooth, and they lay it out and they flatten it out, and they let it sit and dry. And then my father just kind of, supervises and watches. Sometimes he'll pitch in and help, but most times he'll just sit back and make sure everything's going well. He does travel over the road a lot, so I don't really get to see him that much. But then again, I'm always doing my own thing, like going to school and working and all that. And yeah, that's kind of a little gist of my family there. I know this is my first I can't speak. I know this is my first podcast, so I can't really don't really know what to do or what to say. But I'm just gonna go where the wind takes me. And again, this is a hobby for me. I'm not gonna try and make this a full-time job because that's fucking retarded. I wouldn't consider myself a YouTuber. I just want to talking to the camera and stuff like that. Have fun with it. But like I as a main job, I will be going into construction with my brother. And for the plan, that's the plan now. And do this on the side. I also do martial arts. I like to say I love to do jujitsu more than anything. But I also do taekwondo. So it's a little bit of mix of everything. Jiu-jitsu is the basic understanding of, wrestling and all that. And taekwondo, I think, and if my taekwondo instructor sees this and he fucking hears what I call it, I don't know. I think I think taekwondo is mainly like stand-up fighting, jiu-jitsu's not. So I actually so I get trained in on the ground fighting and stand up fighting. And I've been doing it for about 3 months. I've been doing jiu-jitsu for about 3 months and taekwondo for like 2 weeks. So I'm pretty fresh. And other than that, I played a lot of football and basketball. And football and basketball, ever since Corona hit, it's just taken a complete detour. So like I just and even before COVID hit, other players were going to teams and stuff and going back and forth and switching up to the best team to try and get the ring. You know what I mean? It just was no fun. So I'm gonna do this MMA thing for right now. I actually have my taekwondo outfit hung up on my wall, and my jujitsu outfit is still in my gym bag because I got home last night and I fucked up my neck, so I didn't want to play too hard. I didn't want to do much, so I just got home and I knocked the fuck out. And I woke up today at like 1:30. So I've been a complete pig for the day. It's now 7:45 p.m. And I'm just going to chill for the rest of the night. But yeah, that's pretty much it about me. I'm going to try and keep this video under 20 minutes. So if you like this and you want to hear me talk about some other topics, or I already have a few ideas in mind, but I'm going to try and do my best. Like I said, this is a hobby and not a job, so I'm not going to prioritize it, but I will try and have fun with it. So see you.